Hello, everyone. In this video, we will continue to look at our data processing in Excel. And in particular, we will take a look at how to make the processed data table. Okay, so this is our raw data table. It includes only a little bit of processing, only enough to sort of average our data and find the uncertainty on the time. But we will need, in order to analyze our data fully, we will need to linearize this data. And as you will have seen in the notes or in class, or as we will discuss, in order to linearize the data, we need to find the vertical axis and we need to graph that vertical axis as t squared, okay? And that will linearize this data here. So given that, what we're going to do is make our process data table, and I'll show you how to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is just copy over the most important columns here, columns that I'm going to use a little bit later on. That is my average height, my height, my average time, and my delta t, okay? And you'll notice that it looks like my delta t only copied the formulas and not the values. And so what I want to make sure is that when I copy things over, I'm copying the values. I'm actually going to undo that and copy average time here. And I copied the formulas, but what I want to do is keep the values only. Okay, it's going to change some of my formatting, but that's fine. And I'm going to copy delta t over as well, and for the same reason. So I want to keep the values only. Okay. And then I can sort of reformat this to look pretty. Make sure these are numbers and format them appropriately. All right, good to go. So the first column we need then is the column for t squared, okay, t squared. Now, I'm going to show you a formatting trick that will make things nice. I want this to be t squared in units of seconds squared. And I'm going to write it like this at first, but then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to change the formatting on these twos. So I'm going to highlight the two, click Format Cells, and then superscript it, okay? To get that Format Cells button, I'm right-clicking. So rather than left-clicking, I'm right-clicking. I get Format Cells, and I've got a superscript. So I'm good to go there. Then I want to calculate t-squared. So I'm going to use my handy-dandy Excel tools, and I'm going to multiply t by t, or I can use this caret button to find t squared, okay? And this will give me the value of t squared. I'm going to drag that down and format it to an appropriate number of significant figures. What I then need, and this is sort of the hardest part, is the uncertainty on t squared. So I'm going to grab my delta symbol from over here, okay? Oops. Grab my delta symbol from over there, throw it in here, and I want this formatting right here. I want the uncertainty on t squared, and I'm going to drop that in here, and then I need to make sure my s's are superscript again. Okay, again, this is all, so some of this is just formatting, and I don't really care, although it's nice to know your way around Excel a little bit. So I'm going to format cells, superscript it, okay? Make sure you don't say T2, but it says T squared. And this is the uncertainty on the value of T squared, okay? It's the uncertainty on the value of T squared. So note, that is not the uncertainty on T squared, okay? That is not the uncertainty on T squared. Instead, we need to use our uncertainty propagation rules. And what I'm going to do here is simply enter the formula, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. But you need to make sure you understand where this formula is coming from, okay? So I'd make sure that you go back and unpack where this formula is coming from here, right? And I'll do it so that I'm entering the formula to find my t squared. I had copied these over, so I might as well use my fresh ones here. So t, or delta t divided by t times my value of t squared here. All right, and that gives me an uncertainty as shown. I can drag that down And I'm going to format this here appropriately. So I'm going to want 2 significant figures on these guys. These are my uncertainties, and that'll mean I want 2 significant figures, or 2 values after the decimal point on my t-squared values right here. I'm also going to format it, and with that, I have most of my process data table. There are just a few things I need to finish up later on, but this is what I need to make my graph.